computer. Hey, beautiful crew. Welcome to our very first Health and Happiness Crew monthly event. So happy that you're here. And every month we're going to get together. We're going to talk about things that you guys are interested in and want to know. We have two really special guests I'm so excited for you to see. A lot of you have seen Sharron in our group before. And Sharron is our senior Ruby, which really means that she has shared this with so many people that she's got this great title. So that's really what that means. But Regina and I started together because I signed up under Regina, and we basically signed up under the same time. And Sharron has been my and her guru every step of the way. And Danielle is here because she's going to share her testimony. And all that means is she's going to share her experience and how the Plexus product has changed her life. So I'm going to start off by introducing Sharron. Then Sharron's going to introduce Danielle, and then we are going to answer. I have them all here. All the questions that you guys asked in the chat is right here. And then after that, because there were so many questions asked, I have my spinny wheel on my phone, and we're going to draw for 2 prizes. So I'm really excited about that. So Sharron, how about if you take it away?
Hi, everyone. So Bonnie, thank you so much for having me on the call tonight. I'm super excited to be here. This is amazing. So yes, my name is Sharron Bowen. I am a senior Ruby with Plexus. I've been doing this for about 4 years now. And like Bonnie was saying, it's simply just because I keep sharing it with people. And the reason why I keep sharing it with people, because I have to, because it's so good. Like, it's totally changed my life. I no longer suffer. I used to suffer through migraines. I suffered through postpartum and depression after my first daughter. I needed to lose weight. I just was not myself. And I was able to really just starting feeling better, getting healthier, and just sharing what I was feeling along the way, and being able to help so many people, right? So Danielle Varallo, she is a part of my team, and I met her through a mutual friend. And me and Danielle has been doing this for about 4 years together too. So she's been doing this for a long time. She is a senior gold ambassador with us. And she is absolutely, one thing I love about this community is that I'm able to make friends, right? And it's long-term friendship. And I absolutely will do anything for this girl. You have to hear her story. She is a part of my heart. I love her to death. So Danielle, take it away, girlfriend.
I have to give my family notice that I'm getting ready to unmute so nothing crazy happens, guys.
Good luck with that.
Listen, with my children, we should all just pray. We're going to say a prayer before anything gets out of hand. But anyways, my name is Danielle Varallo. I have been with Plexus for the last 4 years with Sharron. I started because I was at the end of my rope. I just could not function. I had headaches every day. There goes one of the children. I was constantly feeling like I couldn't catch my breath, completely overwhelmed, anxious all the time. It was a struggle to get up and do the things that I needed to do on a daily basis. It was, guys, can we not? Thanks. Sorry. Sorry. Things are about to get a little crazy in my kitchen.
Hey, they are welcome to come on screen, do a little shout out, say hello. That's fine.
Oh, be careful what you ask for, Bonnie. Be careful what you ask for. And so I was really at the end of my rope. Like, I just couldn't get it together. I couldn't function. I was tired of going to the doctors, and the doctors telling me to take a prescription for one thing that was going to mask one symptom and give me another. And by no means am I anti-medicine. I believe that doctors are a gift. They know what they're doing. You know, nurses know what they're doing. But I also do believe that a lot of the times, because they're made to pick a diagnosis in a box, their main goal is to go and say, okay, you have these symptoms and it lines up with these things, and this is what we think it is. And a lot of the time, it's like a Band-Aid that will go on whatever your issue is. And for me, it was anxiety and depression. And they would say, you have anxiety and depression, and here's a pill that will make you feel better. And in reality, it made me feel worse. And so I had just given up. I was like, this is it. Like, I don't think I can function like this anymore. And my niece said, listen, I just started taking this stuff. I think it could change everything for you. And so I didn't believe it. I was like, there's no way that a pink drink was going to do anything to change my life. You're losing weight because you just had a baby, and that's fantastic for you. I don't want to lose weight. So I didn't believe anything that she said. But I did start watching what she was posting. And it made me curious as like, okay, she's losing all this weight. All these people are joining her. Maybe this could be it. And one day she was like, just check this out. And she was like, do you know what gut health is? And I was like, no, I have no idea. And so she told me, all about gut health and the possibilities that it could be and do for me. She's like, you get 60 days, money back guarantee, just try it. I literally noticed a difference within the first month that I wasn't eating Motrin like Pez candy anymore. By the end of month 2, my plantar fasciitis was basically gone. My anxiety was at a controllable level. I was no longer taking naps from 1 to 3 on my couch. I was able to get up and function as a normal mom, a wife, and get out of my house again. And so the triplex is where I started. And that literally changed everything for me.
You know what? It's so funny. We all have our own path, but I can relate so much to the things you were going through. I said the same thing because Regina said, oh, you have to try this slim. And I said, I'm going to be 63 next month. I said, and I was 62 last year when we started this. And I said, you know what? I am just too old to lose a bunch of weight and gain it all back again and do that yo-yo thing because it's just not healthy for you. And she said, no, this is going to make your stomach feel better. But I said the same thing. I don't care about the losing weight thing and the napping. Oh my gosh, I used to chase that nap like a full-time job.
Yeah, I held my toddler under my arm every day from 1 to 3 on my couch. And it was like I was a part of that couch because I knew if I didn't get that nap in before I had to pick my son up at 3 o'clock, I was going to be no good for the rest of the day. There wasn't going to be any dinner. There was going to be no activities. It was going to be tough. And I can't tell you enough how the products completely changed my life. Every once in a while, I'll get a little bit of anxiety, but we know that's life. And this isn't a cure. This is to make your lifestyle better. I mean, and the community of women and men that support you along the way are absolutely amazing.
Amazing. Like you get coached through every step of the way. It's just incredible. You know what else I loved about what you said? You notice changes in the first month, then you notice changes in the second month, then you notice changes in the third month. And that was the same thing. I mean, I was looking to get rid of my upset stomach, which happened in the first month. And that was worth the price of admission right there. And then all of a sudden, I started sleeping. I went to Dairy Queen with the grandchildren. I didn't get an ice cream. Just all of these things. I stopped napping, which is a miracle in and of itself. But I love that you were saying it's really this journey over 90 days. We didn't get here overnight, and you give yourself that time to heal and get better. And I so relate to that. I just love everything that you shared. Thank you so much. And are you going to stick around for a little bit? Because we're launching into questions. Sharron,
yes, ma'am.
You're going to have to unmute, girl, because here come questions.
Let's go. I want to hear them all.
So we put a question in the Health and Happiness crew, and everyone in the crew was able to ask questions that they wanted answered tonight. So that's what we're doing. So the first one comes from Jenna. This is going to be kind of fun, and I'm going to let Danielle jump in on this question too. She wants to know if you could pick one Plexus product, what would it be? What would be your favorite product?
Can you hold on? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I'm sorry. My thing, somebody was showing me and it like figured it out. So are you asked, what was the question again?
If you could have one, that's okay. If you could have one Plexus product, what would it be?
Hold on.
I'm going to go to Danielle. You hang on there. Danielle, how about you?
Now I can hear you now, but go ahead.
All right. My favorite Plexus product, it's such a toss-up because I absolutely love Slim, but I love my Metaburn just as much as I love my Slim.
Really?
But if I had
Why?
to choose one, well, I love my Slim because the Slim is what I started with in the triplex package. And so the Slim, I feel like leveled out my crash. I wasn't having the afternoon crash at all anymore. And so I wasn't needing my sleep because it was balancing out my blood sugar from the highs and the lows. And so that's why I would love my Slim more than I love my Metaburn. But it's very close because my Metaburn gets me through hard workouts, pushes me over the top. But I don't know. I'm going to say Slim. What's your favorite, Cher?
Okay, so my favorite is the Metaburn. I love the Metaburn.
Wow.
But if it was my second choice, would be Ease, because Ease is our anti-inflammatory. It's made of turmeric and it has New Zealand lip mussel in it. So if you're allergic to shellfish, you can't have it. But I absolutely love it. So I've been an athlete my whole life. I actually tore my ACL when I was a junior in high school. So I've always had knee pain, right? And they told me, like, you'll never be the same again. Like, you'll never really be able to run long distance. Like, your knees, when you're 30 years old, you're gonna have arthritis in your knees. So I've taken the Ease, and literally I just ran a 15K last week. And wow. I'm a personal trainer, but I love the fact that my inflammation's way down, my knees do not ache. So, not to be TMI, but when, women get their, little friend of the month, I used to get back pain, all like horrible back pain. And it was even worse after having my kids. Like my cramps were bad. We just got done our Ease challenge, and literally leading up to when I'm supposed to get my friend, literally I had no symptoms of it coming, and my back didn't hurt even while I had it. I'm like, okay, I need to start doing like this loaded dose challenge.
Doesn't help us speak better.
Right. Every once in a while, just to break up the inflammation, like just getting that extra charge, like reset. So I love the Ease. Metaburn, I agree with Danielle. Metaburn is one of my favorites, simply because it put, like, you have energy throughout the day. It is a thermogenic, but what I like about it is I have no jittery feelings. It is very, like, you have focused energy. Like, it's literally like you take it and you're like, all right, what do I got to get done today? Like, there's no sitting on the couch. There's no there's no brain fog. Like, it is right. Like, you feel great, and it's great for working out, but it's great for, honestly, like, you can take it if you're a type of person that needs to lose weight and wants to be in a good mood and wants to get things done, which I think that's like everybody. You right. need to be on Metaburn.
So, and that's the metabolism booster, the yes. Metaburn.
So that's why. Okay. So it burns,
for people that haven't heard of it.
It burns fat cells around your thighs and in your belly area. So absolutely love it.
That's awesome. Okay, so I have a couple of Slim questions, and it says, the first question about Slim is from Rochelle, and she says, what's the best time of day to drink your Slim? Or is there a best time of day to drink your Slim?
So me personally, there's not a specific, there's no specific rule, like you have to take your Slim at like 12 o'clock and nothing like that. It is, me personally, what I like to do, I like to have my Slim around 11 o'clock. I usually mix my Slim with my Active, which is our plant-based energy drink. But normally I do it at around 12 o'clock before lunch, or even in the afternoon, sometimes around 2 o'clock. Because you know how a lot of people say like the 2 p.m. crash, where you feel right. like, okay, or you're ready to like start eating everything, because that's when your body is like literally like starting to be like, okay, it's in the middle of the day. That's when's a great time to take it. You can honestly take it at 8 o'clock at night. Like, as long as you take it every single day and you're consistent, there's no wrong way of taking the pink drink. The only thing I can say is, if you are on a blood pressure medicine pill, or if you're on a thyroid pill, you need to wait at least 3 to 4 hours in between. Like, so if you take your medicine at like 6 o'clock, you take the pink drink after like around 10 o'clock, you want to space it out because the pink drink can interact with those medicines.
And how much time in between for
3 to
medicines?
4.
3 to 4 hours.
3 to 4.
Okay. Danielle, are there more flavors? Like most everyone in the health and happiness crew started off with microbiome. Because I love watermelon. No, it's
listen,
are there other flavors of Slim?
There are
from Jill.
Yes, there are other flavors of Slim. I actually started with microbiome because that was the only option that we had when I started 4 years ago. And then shortly after joining, they added in the Slim Hunger Control, which Slim Hunger Control is more of like a blood orange, more of a citrusy flavor than the microbiome. And then now we just launched and made it a permanent fixture, the blood, listen to me, black cherry lime. Black cherry lime is the newest one, which that is like one of my favorites. That and microbiome is a close call on which one I would choose.
Regina just jumped on, and I know she agrees with you about the cherry. And Danielle, can you drink more than one Slim a day? That's from Tammy.
Yes, you can. You can drink up to 2 packets a day. Ideally, they'd like you to mix it in 16 to 18 ounces of water. But some people are very picky and they would like to have it in a smaller dose. So you can also do it in a shot glass, which is about 4 ounces of water if you want to take it quick and easy. Personally, I like to enjoy mine with 18 ounces of water, but you can take it up to 2 times a day.
Nice. Sharron, this is kind of a combined question. It's from Nicole and Joanne want to know. They keep forgetting to take their ProBio and BioCleanse at nighttime, and they're really frustrated. Can they take them another time of the day? And Jill also combined in that question wants to know, if you skip a dose the next day, can you just take it anytime? And if you do forget it, do you have to double up the next day? And do you have to start all over again if you skip a dose, if you forget?
Okay, so the first question. So if you forget to take it, so say if you take your probiotic and your cleanse at night, and say you're like, oh my goodness, you wake up and you forgot to take it that night, you can take it that morning. That is totally okay. You kind of want to, me personally, like I always, if I forget it, I will do it first thing in the morning, so I'm not really eating anything with it. So I'm gonna give you an answer to a question that you didn't ask me. so the main, because people probably wonder, well, why is the main reason, why do you take the probiotic and the cleanse at night? So we say a lot of times to take the probiotic and the cleanse at night is because your digestive system is slowed down, right? You're not eating, you're not drinking anything. The probiotic's able to really like do its work, cleanse out your body. And then the cleanse itself really just helps pull all the waste to your colon. So that's why normally we say at nighttime to do it. If you forget it, it is not like, oh my gosh, you're not going to be in plexus jail. We're not going to be upset with you. We're literally just going to say, that's okay. Take it in the morning when you wake up. If you can take it in the morning when you wake up, your dosage in the morning, and then at bed, you can take it before bed that night. It's, yes, you're doubling it, but it's not going to affect anything because that's a huge gap in between, right? So you're basically back on track. If you find that it's hard for you to do it at nighttime, my 2 tips are either 1, do it, make a alarm in your phone. 2, put the capsules, the pill bottles, either right next to your bed or in the bathroom before you go to sleep. They're right there. And if you seriously cannot remember to take them before bed and you're better in the morning, take them in the morning. One thing I say is consistency is key. Take it every day, just like what we say with the pink drink. Take it every day. And what was the last question you were asking?
So let's say 24 hours, like it's today, and you're like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to take my supplements, because like who forgets to drink? No one. But it's like, oh my gosh, I completely spaced out and it's been 24 hours. Is that like a start all over again situation, or you can just jump right back in again? You're not going to go through that whole.
No, you like, so say if you, okay, like you said, say if you forget your supplements the whole entire day and your regimen is like, say if you're on 2 probiotics and 2 cleanse, like you're a little bit further into your journey, you're taking 2 and 2. You do not have to go all the way back to 1 and 1. You keep it to 2 and 2, like you have been doing. You just skipped a day. It's not a big deal. If you skipped, I want to say like 2 weeks, if you skipped down on 2 weeks and you weren't consistent for 2 weeks, yes, I would say, let's restart your regimen. But if
Okay.
it's been a day or two, just be consistent, just pick up where you left off.
Perfect. Love it. Okay. Danielle, Jenna wants to know, do we have any products that are safe for children?
Yes. When we actually started, I started for myself because of my anxiety and depression. But my son has suffered with severe constipation, like multiple trips to CHOP ER because he was severely impacted. And the doctors would put him on Miralax. And I don't know if you know, but Miralax is like the worst thing that you could give anyone. There's actually studies being done right now on how terrible Miralax is. There's a parents group that's completely against it. Causes children to have nervous tics, behavioral issues, and the list can go on. It's actually made with a byproduct of antifreeze, which is the worst thing. Like, why would anybody do that? So I started giving my son, because our Diamond, Megan had suggested, well, you take the products, let your kids take the products. And I was like, really? I can give my kids the triplex? Because at the time, we didn't have the kids line. And so I would give them Slim, Mia, sorry, she's
okay.
screaming about bath time.
Doesn't care what we're doing. And I don't blame her.
She does not care. And so I started out with a half a stick of Slim for my kids. And then I would break open a BioCleanse and ProBio 5 and an applesauce or a yogurt, and I would give him that. But now we have launched a kids line, which comes with the multivitamin and probiotic chewable in one. And then we also have a Mega Kids microbiome drink that has all of the good gut microbes and vitamins, nutrients that we need on a daily basis for kids as well.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. So Rochelle wants to know, if I'm having heartburn, does that mean I'm doing something wrong?
I'll answer that
Sarah,
question.
thank you.
So no, so if you have heartburn and you're taking the supplements, honestly, that is a sign of detox. That's a detox symptom. And that is actually that the supplements are working. And it's a great sign, even though heartburn is horrible. I already know how it feels to have heartburn. It's horrible, but it is a good sign that you know that supplements are working. Some suggestions we would say to you is, if you have the heartburn, we would always, sometimes it starts off with getting heartburn from the pink drink, right? Because of having the good bacteria, the prebiotics in you, sometimes that causes having the heartburn. So we sometimes also suggest just to cut the pink drink in half and take it some in the morning, see how you feel. If you have no heartburn after that, we say finish the rest of the stick either that day, or you stick to a half a stick until the heartburn goes away, and then you work yourself up to a full stick. But that is actually a good sign of it working.
Awesome. Now, Jess wanted to know, how many products can you take at once? Jess is new, and she is adding MetaBurn to her subscription, and she wants to know, and there's a lot of products that she has her eye on, is there a limit to how many you can take at once? Sharron.
Yeah, okay, so I hear. I don't know if Danielle was going to talk. No, there is no limit. There is no limit. We always suggest to start off a little slow, just so you get the rhythm of the, get a routine of taking your supplements every night and every day. But if you're like a type of person like how I was, like, I'm like, let's go, like, I want to go hard. I did start off with the triplex first, and then I did add in, at the time, I had MetaBurn, and the X Factor Plus, the multivitamin, because everybody needs a multivitamin. So I really didn't count that as like part of what I was taking, because I've always taken a multivitamin. So I took 5 when I first started, but we do have bigger packs that come up. Some of them have like 7 to 8 products in the bigger packs that we have. So there's no absolute limit at all. Like, you can take them all.
I love that, because there's a lot I love.
Yeah, we just say always, like, just stay in close contact with whoever's coaching you, just so we can get you on a good routine.
Awesome. Sharon, Debbie was asking, this is a very interesting question. And I guess people do think about this if you're taking something all the time. Is it advisable to stop taking BioCleanse after a period of time? Will your body become dependent on BioCleanse? And, you know, some people just really have a hard time going. And then all of a sudden they start going and they can't, you know, they can't really believe it. And they're like, oh my gosh, am I dependent on this?
So I always say is, okay, with the BioCleanse, specifically with the BioCleanse is only made up of magnesium and vitamin C. That's it. I don't know what the percentage is off the top of my head. Danielle might know, but a lot of Americans are magnesium deficient. A lot of us, like half the population is.
Which is why they're not going.
Yes, that's why they're not going. So am I saying, are you going to be dependent on it? No, like, no. But do I suggest taking it every day? Because I bet you 100% the doctor will tell you, oh, go take a magnesium supplement if you're not going to the bathroom. So that is your magnesium supplement. So many people think BioCleanse, oh my goodness, it's like a cleanse. It's like it's gonna be making me go all the time. It is not like that at all. Especially if you are backed up and you're not going. Like some people don't go 3 to 4 days out of the week. Like, so having the magnesium and the vitamin C is just a supplement. It's not like a Miralax or what are those cleanses? There's liquid flushes.
I can't think of them because I won't go near them.
My head.
Don't even say them out loud.
Yes. So no, is it something that it's not? Is it something that
not a laxative?
It's not a laxative, exactly. It's just made up of magnesium and vitamin C. So no, it's not something that I feel like you're going to be dependent on. Like if you're a type, like for me, I'm gonna tell you my life. I never had issues going to the bathroom. Never. Like I've gone, it's normal, regular, whatever. And I take it every single day because simply magnesium also helps with muscle recovery. So I take it not just because of me going to the bathroom, but it's for muscle recovery after my workouts and after my runs and everything. So your body needs magnesium.
Awesome. And I'll leave this for either one of you who feels like they want to tackle this one. Jill wants to know, are there any benefits for women that are going through menopause? I'm kind of past that. You haven't gotten there yet, so.
I have not, but I have a girl on my team, Rachel. She might kill me for sharing this publicly, but I'm going to share it anyways.
No last names. There's a lot of Rachels.
No, yes, that's true. That's true. She actually is suffering with terrible heat. Like she gets the heat waves and she's like dying. She's like, these heat flashes are the worst. And we switched her routine up. We actually switched her from taking her probiotic at night. We added in X Factor Plus, and we also added in the Active and MetaBurn. And her heat flashes are so much more manageable now than they were prior to switching her routine up. So the products 100% make a difference in menopause. But I wanted to share one more thing about the BioCleanse, that there's 2% of the population is actually diagnosed with being magnesium deficient, but over 75%, what was the number? It was 75% are not meeting their daily recommended intake for magnesium. And the majority of the people that are already suffering with these deficiencies are obviously people that have digestive disorders, older people, type 2 diabetes, a lot of athletes, people that are dependent on like Prilosec, Zantac. These are people that actually are suffering with magnesium deficiencies and have no idea. And that's why it's so important to have the magnesium paired with the Slim and the ProBio 5 to rebalance out your gut and get things going.
Love that. And maybe in the crew, we can write that recipe for the menopause that Rachel's taking. That would be awesome. Thank you so much. And the last question, Rochelle wanted to know, what can I do to help with tissue and muscle inflammation in my neck and lower back? So she has like some arthritis issues.
So I will say the ease would be amazing for inflammation. especially if she has arthritis issues. The girl, our emerald on our team, Caitlin Merlino, she has RA. She was, a story real quick with her. Before she started these supplements, she just had her daughter. They were telling her, like, after you're having your daughter, after you had your remission, because when you have RA and when you're pregnant, your body like levels all out. So you really don't have RA, but when after you have the baby, it comes back on full on. And they were telling her, like, after you're having the baby, you're going to have to go do these treatments. And they were chemo treatments. She's like, how am I supposed to do chemo treatments?
Oh my God.
After
That's
having
so
a baby?
scary.
Well, but that's Caitlin would she would use she wouldn't be able to get on the floor with the baby. She was really having a hard time getting up and down off the ground. Like, she was using the couches as like a crutch for her to get through to walk. She had a really hard time walking. So when she was talked about plexus, she started on the triplex and she was doing the ease. So she doesn't have to take any of those medications. And she said ever since being on the supplements, she's had flare-ups here and there, but they don't last long. They weren't like, there used to be a week long. They're only like 2 days long, and they're not horrible. So I can honestly say, if you're having inflammation issues and joint issues, Ease is an amazing product. I love it. Like, that's one of my favorites. And then we also have another supplement called Nerve. Nerve is one of our products that help. I'll be honest, I'm not very well educated on Nerve, because I don't really have anybody on it, and I personally don't take it, but I know Nerve is one of a good, if you're having nerve issues and joint issues, that's a really good one too. And I can always put in information into the Health and Happiness crew on that too, because I think that would be a good spotlighted product we could do one day too.
That would be amazing. Yes, I have heard a lot lately about people taking Ease and Nerve together to kind of get
and we
it all.
also have Ease Cream. So Ease Cream is almost like a I want to say the Bengay type thing, but it doesn't have that smell. And it's it does not have that smell. And it's like immediately affecting. You can feel it right away. I know a couple, this one lady, Elizabeth, that I know, she takes it and she had it for her hands because her hands were really, really bad. She's like, I would put it on my hands and like within seconds, I'm able to move my hands and I'm not so stiff. Like, I absolutely love it. I'm like, that's great.
Hey, Devin. That's Devin,
Sorry,
everybody.
guys.
Okay,
Hi.
so I am going to, we're trying to keep this to a half an hour. Just remember that we're going to be doing this every month. So just keep the questions coming. If you have questions, we have the answers. This is a great forum. Danielle, thank you so much for taking time. It's so nice to have sideline sisters that are there for you. I really appreciate it. And Sharron, my guru, my daily guru, I've learned in my life that Sharron is always right. So even if you don't agree, just do what Sharron says, and it's the best way to go. So before everybody goes, I'm going to do 2 drawings. So Jenna is a winner. And Nicole is a winner. So you guys are going to get a goodie bag of products that you haven't tried yet. So you're going to get some lean, and you're going to get some active, and you're going to get some hydrate. Oh, did I ask the question about slim and hydrate? Okay, Steve wanted to know, I have to do this. That's my husband wants to know the answer to this question. So I definitely have to ask this. So he says, if I'm already doing triplex, how would it benefit me to add hydrate, which is delicious?
So hydrate's amazing. You can add hydrate into your regimen with the triplex whenever. You can take that. You can take the hydrate whenever you want. So hydrate is basically, it's an electrolyte drink that doesn't have the sugars in it like Gatorade or Propel or Powerade or anything like that. And it hydrates you. So if you're someone that doesn't like to drink a lot of water, right? And you should be drinking water. We're supposed to be drinking. So the recommended amount of water you should be drinking is half your body weight in ounces. So if you're not drinking, if you're a person that drinks 1 or 2 water bottles a day, you need hydrate. And it's great even for the kids too, if they're playing sports, that's something great. It's just, and me and Bonnie had this conversation. Bonnie's like, I can take this. Like, I don't have to be an athlete to take hydrate.
Because I don't sweat ever.
Yeah. So you can take hydrate. You can easily add that in to your regimen with the Triflex. And a lot of people I know mix the hydrate and the slim together, and they say it's really, really good. But you can take the hydrate whenever. It might be even good for you to take like they always say, when you first wake up in the morning, to drink a glass of water.
Right.
Even drink that first thing in the morning before you have your cup of coffee. Because when you're hydrated, your body, what happens is your skin's not dry. Your skin's is your tone, like it's just crazy how when you are hydrated, what are the benefits of it? You're less hungry because you're fuller, because you're hydrated. You have more energy when you're hydrated. Your skin is a lot darker, like you have a better complexion. Your skin is not dry. You are like, I can't say enough how important it is to be hydrated.
And you know what, for those of us who have trouble drinking water, I'm just not a thirsty person and I hate water. But when you use the hydrate, that's one more drink that's easy to get in you because it's so delicious that I enjoy. I look forward to doing my hydrate along with my slim.
And it doubles your water intake. That's like the most important part. It doubles your water intake.
Okay, that is the most important part. I am feeling so hydrated right now. I love that. All right, I'm going to stop the recording because I have to do that before we end, right? Thank you all so much. We're going to share this in the group and I appreciate you all.